And it's hard to believe, too, how much she dreaded moving into the White House. "The most terrible thing has happened," she wrote to her friend Bunny Mellon the day after the election. "Jack has won. We have to move into the White House. So dreary, with all those curtains." She was dismayed that there was no way that visitors or visiting heads of state could learn about American history, and thought the public rooms looked like a department store. Bunny Mellon, who eventually redesigned the Rose Garden, along with Jane Reitzman, Douglas Dillon, and Jane Engelhard, all important benefactors of this museum, would be among her greatest helpers and most generous donors to the White House restoration. She set about making a home for her husband and family and for the American people. She wanted the White House to reflect America's history and art and be a place where families could learn about our country and its leaders. She shared my father's belief that American civilization had come of age and wanted the White House to be a stage where America and the world could see the very best of American arts and culture. Both my parents believed that living in the White House was the greatest privilege of their lives and worked hard to be worthy of the honor. My mother established the White House Library and White House Historical Association, installed a curator, and transformed it into one of the great collections of American decorative arts and painting. And when she was satisfied with the results, she welcomed the public on a guided tour for which she received an Emmy. But the guidebook was her biggest challenge. It's hard to believe there was nothing for families to take home as a souvenir of their visit. She wanted something educational and dignified, whose proceeds could fund future acquisitions and restoration projects. Ahead of her time, she thought the White House should be beyond politics and should not be paid for with public money or become part of a political tug of war between Congress and the president. The guidebook doesn't sound controversial today, but the Irish mafia that surrounded my father were deeply suspicious of her plans. They thought she was elitist, and even worse, French, and that her projects would cost my father political support. They wrote memos comparing the White House to the Vatican and selling a guidebook to the moneylenders in the temple. We all know who won.